Going live. Good
Good
morning, good
Good
morning.
morning. It's coffee time.
No one's there, wait until people
Okay.
come in.
Oh,
Oh, you get us at our worst. Somebody said to me you shouldn't really share warts and all sort of at your worst, but you know,
it is what it is.
is what it is. We'll try to keep it as real as possible on the show.
It's probably the only time we're going to be able to stream today, isn't it?
No, it's probably the only time we're going to be able to stream this week. That's what I wanted to say.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, stream. Our tent might be a stream
We
soon.
might be in a stream.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Anybody in?
There's a few in now.
There's a few in. Hello.
I can't see the names, but I can see Happy, good morning, how are you? And I'm not leaning in because I feel sleepy. We haven't long got up. We got up about 7 this morning, and the rain, it's going to be a bad few days. Apparently the weather is turning bad. I see Sally there. Good wet Saturday morning. Yeah, is it Saturday?
It is Saturday. See, we don't even know what day it is.
Okay.
It's rainy. That's all we know.
The forecast is set to be quite bad this next few days. Now, how do we cope with that? Well, what we'll do today, hi Chris, data warning, you've gone over 2 gigabytes. Oh, thank you very much for that useless warning that we care a little about. So what we'll do today is we'll pack up our bags inside the tent, and we'll try to actually collapse the inner lining of the bag and fold it up and put it into the bag, into my backpack, and then we'll put
lining of the tent, not the bag.
And then we'll put our ponchos on.
Yep.
Our waterproof ponchos. Our waterproof covers over the bag, and we're just going to have to set off. Yep. Unfortunately, last night I came across a farmer's field to find a patch of excuse me, drink my coffee.
A patch of green grass on the corner of the farmer's field, which was cool.
It was good, but last night the mud was dry and crumbly because it's been raining for the last 2 hours. I got a feeling my walk back, and it's probably the only way back, is going to be through some pretty horrible boggy mud.
We got to go up, not too far, but quite.
I'm not going to show you outside. It's
wet.
We're in a big, if you can picture a big ploughed field. It's an unusual time for us to live stream, but I don't want to live stream later today. The rain's set to be all day. It's a 100% chance of rain most of the day, and tomorrow looks pretty much the same, which is twofold a problem. We're going to be wet, which we're not bothered about. We get wet, and but secondly, we're running out of power, so I may not be able to live stream for a day or so until we get some sunshine or somewhere we can charge things up. But we're good. We're all happy, Yeah. We're in good spirits. I have a chalky biscuit.
We sat last night because we knew it was going to rain today, and we said, well, what are we going to do? Just sit in the tent in the field or walk? So we decided, well, we're going to walk, really, haven't we?
And one or two people said, that they don't like to think of us stuck out in the rain, somebody said yesterday, why don't you go back to Australia? At least you'd be hiking in the warmth. It's what the challenge is about. Yeah. So I've got myself a chocolate chip hobnob biscuit. Little dunk in my now cold coffee, setting up this live stream.
He's a dunker. He does like to dunk his biscuits. I do sometimes. Just depends. Who else is a dunker?
Are you a dunker or a nibbler?
Now, if it was a ginger nut, it would be dunks. We don't have ginger nuts very often, do we?
No.
No.
I don't like ginger nuts.
I know. So they'd last me a long time.
So, a short live stream.
Me.
Yes.
Me. Somebody's a dunker.
Say you if you're a dunker. Say no if you're not. And now I've got all biscuit stuck in the teeth. Hobnobs are really gritty, aren't they? I forgot how sort of bitty hobnobs are. You not having one?
In a minute, because I thought I better not put one in my mouth while you're eating one.
Okay.
So we've got porridge and banana for breakfast. We're
going to have porridge and banana for breakfast. I'll not kid you, it's going to be a hard day today because
we've got to do a fair few Ks today, haven't we?
We want to get... We should be crossing the border into England. So this is like Scotland's farewell to us, it says. It's going to rain on us all the way out. So
We virtually started in the rain, didn't we?
we started.
The first day wasn't raining, but it was windy and up on the cliff tops. So
You might need that rain where you are, but we don't need it here. This is a country that does not need rain.
I suppose the only thing with it forecast
Too
would be
time to Duncombe. Yeah, me too.
It was warmer last night, wasn't it? Because it was
Yeah,
rain. So
yeah.
because the night before was freezing, absolutely freezing. We had frost on the tent. That was a couple of nights ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was washing down. I was trying to wipe the water off the outside tent, which we won't do today because it'll be landing as you're doing it. And I was wiping ice off of the tent for the first time, which was a bit disconcerting. Because when you wake up in the morning and the tent is covered in mildew, not mildew, dew on the outside. If it's not raining, you can sort of wipe it down with a micro towel cloth. Doesn't matter. No, it's not important. Michelle was going to grab it out of the bag, but we're not using it today, so I don't want it out. You can wipe it down with a micro towel cloth, and then it will dry quicker. Good morning. Good morning. I'm sorry I can't see the names today. I feel really rough. Michelle said this morning, do you really want to do a live stream? You look sleepy and tired. But we really want to get on, and I just want to say to everybody that we won't be live streaming maybe over the next few days until we get the power and this rain out of the way.
I don't know how long it's forecast for, but you know.
Now I've got a hobnob stuck in my teeth as well.
It's looking really good this morning.
Oh, I feel rough. You do get to see us warts and all, don't you, on this journey?
So we've half packed up. We've packed up the bedding. We just sat on the inflatable mattress, airbed, whatever they're called. And
later on, Michelle lets them down. They go, and they go flat. They're just like a very thin inflatable mattress. Our blankets are keeping us warm. Our extra down blankets keeping us warm, even down to minus under freezing degrees outside. We've also decided that it's better to keep the little ventilation shafts in the tent open at night so that we don't get in this cold weather. I was reading on a lot of the tent websites. In the very cold weather, there's nothing you can do to stop condensation even on the inside of the tent lining.
On the lining side,
if it's super cold, the only thing you need to do is to try and keep ventilation through the tent.
Which we were keeping them closed because it was thinking it's keeping us warmer.
But at 0 degrees, you're not really keeping that warm in a tent. You've got to keep under the covers. So we've now got the vents open, and it's lovely and dry in here. There's no damp at all. No, that side is wet.
Yes. Not too bad. I think
not as bad as normal. The outer lining gets a little bit wet. It's funny this walking, isn't it? It's kind of like we're sat out in a tent in the bloody middle of nowhere, live streaming to you guys.
Nearing the English border.
We are. We've passed a little town called Jedburgh, and we're heading to Burness or Burness.
A local we met said they call it Jed or Jeddah.
And between those two towns is the English border.
Yeah. Oh, that's a long comment.
All these long comments.
They pop up.
If you want to get me up close, you can see all my morning. Thank you, Karen. You send us sunshine. Thank you, sweetheart. That's very nice.
Yes, we'd love some sunshine. Give us some power.
Yeah, we're not overly interested in the news at the moment, Sue. I know you're telling me about. We're trying to keep away from the news. I know that Trump has got this COVID cold, and I'm sure it'll be fine.
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Good luck to him and Ivana if they're not well.
Met a lovely couple yesterday who were on the same path as us, and they were telling us all about the Pennine Way and everything, weren't they? And they were sort of
they said the Pennine Way is going to be good for us, and that's where we're heading to.
Yeah.
So yeah, sorry, you jumped in there, but I was just saying.
I know, but they mentioned something about that. That's how you know about it.
Yeah, I had vaguely heard. We wouldn't know if the prime ministers have changed, or even if Trump if your presidents and things have changed, because we're not really paying much attention to the news. But I do wish him all the best. I'm sure he'll be fine. I mean, to be honest, they've said now the death rate on this thing is even in elderly people is under sort of 0.3%. I'm sure Trump's going to be absolutely fine, though there will be a lot of drama around it, I'm sure,
of course.
and I don't want to talk about it. We're out enjoying the world, which I would encourage you to do. We keep meeting people that are out and about, walking, doing hikes, and it's so good to see that people are just getting out. And I get the odd message, blah blah blah, lockdown, blah blah blah, lockdown, and I don't even read them really. As soon as I see the word lock or corona or anything, your eye sort of scans over them. I'm not interested, because the world is so beautiful. People you meet are so beautiful. And without this this stuff going on in the rest of the world, it can be quite. You'll find that if you get out and about, that it's almost the same as it was last year.
Almost back to normal, isn't it?
Raining in
Scotland. In a field. It's going to be muddy as we walk out of it.
No, but I mean, it's last year it would have been raining in Scotland as well.
It would have been.
So what else we were going to say? Any questions? Oh, sorry, Michelle, do you want to lean forward and have a little poodle at the questions? Or hang on, I can do it. Where did I put my glasses just now?
Probably just...
In a tent this size, you can imagine you'd lose things so quickly, right? I'm always losing things in this tent. It's about 2 meters square, and I can never find anything.
Oh, we've got to say thank you to Cheryl and Orlando, haven't we?
Oh yeah, new Patreons that came on board the other day. Cheryl and Orlando, thank you very much. Oh, I can't read the comments today. Look, I'll read the comments underneath. If you can pop the comments underneath the video after this, I will have a look through. I know that there's a lot of good hope. I've literally just woken up. I've managed to brew a coffee, and I'm just too sleepy to sit and read through the comments. And I know there's some good wishes in there. Thank you very much to all of you. I'm seeing the odd little thing flitter up, but I don't want to be sat squinting at the screen at the moment, because all you're going to see is me sort of squinting at the screen.
And I've not got any power in my phone, so I can't really help on that fact.
So that's the update. How do we cope? We're not made of paper. You know, we're not going to break to pieces. We'll get wet. We will get wet. Our sandals will get wet. Our feet, well, they're still in good condition. There's no real big issues on the feet.
When we walked before, I mean, we know our trousers get wet. Our
trousers get soaking. I say my feet are in good condition. My trousers are filthy from yesterday's.
A bit of a wash in the rain.
Get a bit of it. They do dry off quickly.
They do. If it stops raining, then they do dry.
Yeah. I would say these Columbia trousers, they're not as good as people make them out, and I'll talk about that in another time. But in the meantime, because this is a bit of a...
Can't show you anything really, just inside the tent.
No, and because I feel like I'm not really reading the comments through, I'm going to... Can you can't open yours, so we can just save the comments. How can we save the comments here? It takes me ages to read them later on.
Let me have a look, see.
Only haggis crisps, Sujan. From sunny Perth.
Oh, coming into spring there. Nice. So we're hoping that as we go south a bit that the weather might get a little bit warmer. I don't suppose it will.
No, we're hoping. The Pennine Way is going to be epic, by the way. 260 miles of the Pennine Way. Michelle and I are really kind of looking forward. You won't be able to, I don't think. You could try.
I know, but I can do a quick read of the comments.
Okay, Michelle's going to have a quick look at the comments. Just a second, guys. If you've got some questions, ask them now, and Michelle can have a quick read.
Maybe, because I haven't got a connection. I've got no internet.
All right, look. We're in a field. We're in a field, it's raining. We're going to have to pack up. I know a lot of people will say, what on earth are you doing it for? We're doing it for a number of really important reasons. One is to not be beaten down by the system and by the governments and telling us what we can and cannot do. One is spiritually, it's very uplifting for us. Physically, we're getting very fit. Secondly, it was Michelle's idea to walk this stupid walk. We've always wanted to do a big walk as crazy as this.
Do the Camino, and this is just the next thing
three.
that's on offer.
This is just 3 Caminos back to back.
Absolutely, not a problem. And we are getting fitter. I mean, yesterday we walked up a hill and we didn't stop. We just kept walking up this hill that went on for hours.
And at the beginning of this walk, we couldn't have done a tenth of that hill.
And
we would have stopped and stopped and stopped.
And you'd feel the hill as soon as you hit it. But now you don't even really realise you're going up a hill, and suddenly you say, we've been going uphill for half an hour now.
Now I know also a lot of my American friends won't see this, because I think I know some of the Americans are in at the moment, but a lot of the Americans won't see this because I think it's quite late. So good morning to you if you just got up and you're watching this. Anyone in Australia, love to you. Anyone here in the UK, love to you guys. In Europe, anywhere else in the world, have a wonderful time. I will say, as I said yesterday in the video, it really does a lot of good for guys of a certain age. A lot of that hard visceral fat that you get around your stomach, which comes from sort of, it's really bad fat, you know, it's that lard fat that comes around the outside of you, it goes around the outside of your organs. Feels like a muscle, lads. It's not a muscle, it's fat. That burns off very quickly. That's one of the first fats that you'll lose. There is a danger that it spikes your cholesterol, I know that, but that fat a lot on my stomach has pretty much gone. So now it's just subcutaneous or subcutaneous, I forget the exact word. Yeah, the other type of fat that's still to burn off. That is a great feeling. Your lungs feel good. The only thing I'm struggling with at the moment is my face is a little bit dry because of I keep forgetting to put sun cream on, and you think because it's cloudy and grey that you're getting the wind in your face and the dryness. So I am getting quite dry on my face. I've got to remember this morning to put cream on before we walk. Both of us.
Yep.
I've got to remember. And yeah, it's just a really interesting and inspirational thing for Michelle and I to do. We still want to finish it to the end. We're still pretty determined to do so. The weather could beat us back, you know. Imagine 3 weeks of this. I don't know whether we'd be able to get across the Pennines in this sort of weather.
Yeah, I think it will only be the weather that will stop us, and at the moment we think we can cope with it, so we'll see.
A big thank you again to any of the patrons that watch this through. Thank you for your support. A big thank you to the PayPal donations that we've had through, and a big thank you to the last super chats and things that have come through during the videos. It does really help us. We were saying to the couple we were talking to the other day, because we're not in our country, we're not home, we're not a burden on the state, we're not actually, everyone seems to be getting, like everyone I talk to seems to be getting payoffs and paybacks and what's the word, when they don't work but do work, furloughed and all sorts of bits and pieces. Michelle and I, we don't get a penny from any of the states. We don't get any support in any way whatsoever. So we're not a burden on them, but it is quite a burden financially to us to do these sort of walks. So it's certainly not making us a lot of money, but it doesn't matter. We are enjoying it, but we do that. I'm just sort of trying to say that we do very much appreciate those payments that you send through to support us. Thank you very much for those. And from, do you want to have a look outside?
I'm going to put them outside. You want to get wet?
Anybody want to have a look outside?
Coming out my side.
Scoot up this end.
Hang on. Yep.
Just Michelle's going to go up
I'm just going to the other room.
The lounge. The phone's waterproof, so you might as well. So I'm going to give you a little look at what we've got to cross today.
I haven't even looked out yet.
Okay, turn that round. That field there, we've got to go about halfway up that field, and it was dry mud yesterday and there's no verge on the side of it, and there's no way through these fences. There's nothing the other side, just deep thicket. So that's our challenge for this morning. Hi Amy. Sorry, I do see the odd comment come through. I'll read the questions. Gracie, do we? No, I never wear anything over my eyes. Gracie says, do we use eye blinders? No, we just wake up.
Well, we're usually under the covers because it's so
We're
cold.
under the covers because it's cold, so I guess in a way we do.
And then this morning I looked, I said, oh, it's light.
And you just sort of, the sun comes up, you just
Yeah.
wake with it.
We go to bed when the sun goes down and we get up when it comes up.
Chris says, is it uncomfortable? No, we actually find it really comfortable sleeping in the tent.
Yep.
We've had opportunities where we could maybe have not slept in the tent. Would you pass my coffee over? Or, you know, particularly when we were near the lock and we had the opportunity to sleep in a little shed. We just like to be in the tent. It feels comfortable.
As long as we can get flat ground and yeah, it's comfortable, isn't it?
For instance, last night we set the whole tent up. We got in here, we laid down, and there was a great big lump just underneath our shoulders, like a hump in the grass, because we were rushing because it was really late. We were actually putting it up in the dark again, which was not a good thing to do. So there was a big hump. So in the dark, we had to get out of the tent and unpeg all the sides and the vestibules and slide the whole tent across this really, I mean, it's really rough ground. It's the edge of a farmer's field and it's just like boulders and lumps. We had to slide it down about a foot and then pin it all back out again so that we could have that hump. So, but
it was better. It wasn't the best, but it was better.
It wasn't the best, but I was comfortable last night, reasonably.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm waking up a little bit now, talking to you.
See, everybody's there. Have you got any thumbs up for me?
Thumbs up for Michelle, please. Only 7 thumbs up, 21, please.
It's morning, it's raining. We're sitting in the field. I'm sure that deserves a thumbs up.
Only 7 thumbs up, because even on your phones you can find a little thumbs up in there somewhere and hit that thumbs up. Somewhere. And also still, for this journey, don't forget, it is quite hard because I have to keep filming the damn thing, and I'm going to end up with a more data. But if any of you know anybody that might enjoy our sort of little journey through the country, do share it out with them. It would be nice to get a few more views on the videos, but it's not what we're about. But it would be nice too.
Memories for us.
Yeah. All right. So, shall we round it up and think about
breakfast.
packing up? Oh yeah, we're going to have breakfast. All right, everybody. Love to you, and Michelle and I will see you
soon-ish.
Soon. I'm right down low on my power banks. The sun hasn't been good to us, and I might have to ease up for the next 2 or 3 days or so. All right, love to you all. Goodbye.
Bye.